Oh, are you kidding me? I still haven't talked to the kid. What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 154 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57, and this channel is going to document every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video. I am coming to you from Sean McDermott's office. I'll tell you why here in a second, but quickly, a recap of today's games in the first week of the NFL. It was crazy. It was so out of whack that I don't think any of us could predict any of the things that could happen. I mean, some of the upsets today were just, to me, just nothing short of shocking. Beginning with the Steelers beating the Bengals in Cincinnati. That was nuts. Way to go, Mitchell Trubisky. The field goal kickers, were huge in so many of these games. It was pretty remarkable. The Dolphins beat the Patriots. That was not a surprise. And the Browns beating the Panthers. That one, for me, was a big surprise. I really thought that the Panthers were going to take care of business. Poor Baker Mayfield does not get to, get revenge against his old team at home, too. The 2020 tie, Texans and Colts. What in the world? And we almost had two 2020 ties because the Steelers and the Bengals were right down to the end of overtime when the Steelers won it. So we could have had two 2020 ties in the NFL in week one. It's insane. And I thought that the Jets were going to pull out against the Ravens, and they didn't. It doesn't look like Joe Flacco is going to be the answer there at all. They need to get their quarterback back, Zach Wilson, as soon as possible. The Saints pulled it off against the Falcons just barely. As you may know, I am working with the Buffalo Bills, helping them answer some questions from the media. So after the Bills-Rams game, they allowed me to field questions from the media over the phone as Sean McDermott. And you know the old adage, there's no such thing as a stupid question? Sports reporters really push that sentiment to the edge. Check out my Q&A session with the media, and I'll see you tomorrow.
During the off season and in the spring and summer, you talked about how that trio of young pass rushers of Greg and Boogie and AJ, how important it was for them to take that next step in their development. I know it's just one game, but they all had, one or multiple kind of splash plays there. Just how nice is that to see that's already kind of forming in week one?
How nice is it to see that they're playing well and forming and progressing as players on the defense, is your question? It's horrible. It's the last thing I want to see. I want to see these players, Boogie Basham, AJ Epinesa, and the rest to just fall flat on their face. Doggone it, they're improving. That sucks. Next question.
When you have a young player like James Cook who fumbles on his first NFL carry, is that something where do you kind of have to try to have maybe some conversations with him on the side, just sort of make sure that it doesn't kind of fester and, the mental side of that?
Oh, are you kidding me? I still haven't talked to the kid. The more he sits in silence by himself to realize what an idiot he was for fumbling, the happier I will be. In fact, I gave him a loaded gun and said, you decide what you want to do with this thing. Next question.
Hey, Coach AJ Feldman here in Rochester. Obviously a big game from Stephon Diggs against Jalen Ramsey. Over the years, how have you kind of seen him rise to the occasions in those big matchups when he's taking on, another top player at his position?
It was a total shocker. It was absolutely stunning to see Stephon Diggs play well against a top corner. I'm just shocked. I can't quite honestly believe it. I don't think he can handle top competition. So when he came into this game and performed like he did against Jalen Ramsey, I was like, whoo-hoo! Next question.
How important was it to be to start off just fast and aggressive, and how did you think your team did as far as the conditions of playing at the stadium?
The fact that they started out fast and aggressive was absolutely a complete disappointment. I was hoping they would take this field and be sluggish, be 3 and out and 3 and out and 3 and out, and really give up a lead early and struggle at least for the first half. And I can't believe that they performed as well as they did. It is absolutely horrible, disgusting, and I can't stand it anymore. Next question.
Hey, Sean, Andy Young here again. Given all the talk throughout the offseason and the preseason about putting players in position of adversity, and then to see 3 turnovers in the first half, and even though the offense is kind of moving the ball and the defense played well, to have your team have those setbacks and then at the same time turn around and really turn it on in the second half, how satisfying was that?
How satisfying was it that the Bills overcame 4 turnovers and got the win? Not satisfying at all. It is very concerning to me that they got the win despite turning the ball over 4 times. The last thing I want this team to think is they can turn the ball over like that and still get a win. So in the broad picture of things, that was a complete disaster. And now I'm worried if they're going to think that they got to turn the ball over to win games from here on out. Next question.
And last but not least, Coach, the fans, embracing the fans there. What was it like to embrace Bills Mafia at SoFi?
Oh, the fact that there were so many Bills fans in that stadium was a detriment to the whole game plan. I was hoping against hope that at best I would see like 4 or 5 Bills fans there. And I was hoping if we did see any Bills fans, they would have the like half Bills, half Rams jersey on, so we wouldn't know exactly who they were supporting. And I hope for the rest of the season we don't see any more Bills fans showing up to away games, because it is absolutely too distracting for our team. Thank you very much for the questions, and I look forward to answering more of these questions next week after the Titans game.